Hey, welcome back to another day, another vlog, the final episode. Yep, that's right. 550 episodes in. Yeah, I thought, well, I had the week off, and well, I got a fair bit on, and the amount of work with work and stuff we've got to do there, plus 6 hours by the time I research all the stuff, a couple of hours here. I'd rather put that into my photography stuff and do that. Yeah, I thought it was time for a change. I got everything and more out of this than I ever imagined when I first started this, which was, let me look at my notes, had to look it up, July 3rd, 2019. So what are we in, 2021, nearly October. So 2 years of, at the beginning, I think the first 6 months was every single day. And that just about crushed me. But yeah, really good learning experience out of it, I think. So I think at that stage, I was pretty bloody useless at getting something up fast. And in that 2 years, from doing it over and over and over and over really fast, getting a thumbnail every day, cropping, doing my Photoshop to crop that, get that out, to researching it, being able to find something when there's nothing there, where can I get that information from, being able to edit it, learn how to do a fast edit and get that up and quick, so it didn't look too crappy. It looked half decent, to getting my lighting right and all that sort of stuff, to get some sort of a basic studio every day to make it look half all right for you. Look, I think I'm pretty proud of the 550 episodes. If you go back and go look at episode 1, I think I was out the front of the airport on the way to work, and I just had this idea in my head that I was going to start vlogging. No real plan, no real idea of how to do it, no real idea of what I was about to dunk myself into. But yeah, look, 550 has been fantastic. I've had a ball. I've learnt. When you force yourself to do it every day over and over, and you just make yourself do it, and that's the key to it, I think. What you get out of it, even if it's like me, maybe 10 views a day, and that's probably all I've had. So it's really haven't gained much out of it. I don't think I've got many subscribers out of this, but it's given me some really good learning, good ways to teach myself to become better at video, which I was never my forte. I'm here for photography, and started off fishing, and then I fell back in love with my photography, which I'd loved at school, and that's taken over now that my baseball career is finished. So it's been really cool, and yeah, I want to say a big thanks to everyone on the podcast, because Road, I want to shout out to them. Their road competition every year they have for podcasting, made me step up another level and go and push even harder to become better. So that was really good, I thought, and I think they do a great job every year giving people that I guess, that enthusiasm to go out and try and attempt it. If you've got something to say, podcasting is a fantastic way to say it. The government can't tell you what to do. Big business can't stop you from doing it. You can go out there and say what you think, how you feel, and your beliefs, which I think is really good. That is, in essence, I guess, the freest you can get in the modern world. Big time TV and corporations run everything. They even on YouTube, you get your big time YouTubers. They've got NDAs. They've got to sign. They can't say this. They can't say that. So you don't get the full story a lot of the time. So a podcast allows people to actually say exactly what they are with no retribution able to come back at it. They might not get the free stuff, but they can say their say, and if people enjoy what they say, well, then they can get a following, and they can maybe, hopefully, if they can turn into a business. So good luck to them. So thanks to Road for that. Another couple of shout outs. Mark Holtz, another inspiration of mine on the channel, and still on photography wise, it definitely is. And on the video, he's taught me a lot about how amazing the next level is on editing. So big shout out to him. And then the boys at INGAF over in England, they've doing their podcast now and their tech stuff, and they do a fantastic job. They're a next level up on me. So I do enjoy following along the boys. So there's two small creators that could definitely use your love. So if you haven't seen them already, go and watch both of them. If you're into vintage lenses and photography, go and see Mark. If you want to know about tech and video, go see the boys at InGaff as well. Between the both of them, they both got really good senses of humour and they enjoy what they do, and I think it's great. So go check them out. So that's always good. So thanks to those guys as well for their support. Obviously, my wife and my family. My wife for letting me do this, and every day for 2 years, spending hours doing this and not when I could be doing something else at home and working on the house or whatever. We've moved states, we've gone through a lot, so it's been pretty busy. So yeah, 550 I figured was a good number. I was sort of thinking about going to 600, but I've got a lot of other stuff I need to get organised, and I want to be able to, I guess, take a little bit of load off so I can aim at those things, and they're probably not channel related, more family side, so I've got to get some stuff done there, so that's cool. I'm happy with that. 550 is a good number, and as I said at the start, probably more than I ever thought I'd do, so pretty proud of that achievement. So for the 550th, there's no better way to go into the last show than to talk about something that's a little bit of a game changer, and that's going to be Autel drones. Now, you know my love affair with the Mini 2, and over the weekend I was down in Esperance in Albany again. Windy as crap in Albany, off the coast near the Natural Bridge and the Gap. I was near the lighthouse, 40, 50k winds. It was pretty blowy. I was getting blown over. This little bad boy flying around, and it's going to be a fantastic video. I've got some great footage coming out of both locations. I really got some good shoots this weekend, but been super stoked. DJI this is a fantastic drone. The one thing I've always wanted out of this was tracking. Now, Autel, we'd seen the leaks last week and we did discuss them. Well, it's not leaks anymore. They've fully released. You can go to Autel's site and check it out. So they've got four drones, 2 models. So you've got a Nano series and a Light series. The Nano is sub 250 grand, so the same as the Minis. And you've got a Nano and a Nano Plus, and then you've got a Light and a Light Plus. Now, the Light aimed at that Mavic Air 2S, which is a great drone, probably going really well at the moment. Until the Mavic 3 comes out, it's probably the best DJI product to get. It's got the tracking, it's got the big sensor and everything like that. So great way to finish off with 2 amazing things. Now, I am literally probably going to sell this one and get the Autel Plus, the Nano Plus, because it's got 3-way tracking, it's got a 3-axis gimbal. The Nano Plus is a 1 and 1.28 CMOS sensor. It's got ROYB sensors, so that's basically better for low light. It's got bigger pixels, like the A7S III. The bigger pixels get more lighting, and I do a lot of shooting in sunsets, sunrises, and in the early mornings through canyons where it's dark. So that is perfect for me. I'm super, super excited about this. I think it's going to be massive, big deal for Autel. They're going to sell a crap ton of these. It's got phase detect and dual pixel autofocus. They call it CDAF. I didn't think it was dual pixel, but in their literature they have. I guess we need to see the reviews just to see how good that autofocus is, but sounds really, really good. 50 megapixel shots you can do on this as well, on that. So that's like even better for me. 50 megapixels lets me to crop in a bit. With the drones, drones are renowned, probably not the best images. They do milky away and turn a bit watercolory once you get into them. So 50 megapixels will make a big difference on that. The Nano is going to have 4K 30 frames per second. Oh, sorry, it'll have 4K 30 frames. So I was hoping it'd be 60, but the 30 I think will be still pretty good. Sorry, I'll just turn this down a bit. But I still think 4K is going to be fine. That's going to be gold. The Nano, which is the base one, that's going to be 48 megapixel shots, a 1/2 inch CMOS sensor. Same thing. Now, 4 colors. Again, something DJI doesn't do. They're 1 color, that's it. So 4 colors, you're going to get the standard orange for Autel, white, the red, and the grey. Now, I'm definitely getting the red. The red looks fantastic. I love red. Cardinals fan, going to be red, without a doubt. Subject tracking, it'll do person, animal, and vehicle in a 250 gram drone. Fan-bloody-tastic. Exactly what every creator needs, and if it's that size, you can whack it in your camera bag, which is why I got it, and I don't have the bigger one because that takes up a whole lens spot, where this takes up a little slot. It is so much better to have something that smaller. By the time you put your controller in, you take up half a third of your bag, which should be camera gear, and this is really only for B-roll and stuff, and occasionally you get some good photos. If you have got a good lens, it's probably going to be good. So super stoked with that. It's got the 4 cinema modes. It's going to be on the Light series and the Nano. Basically a whole new system. Flick, rocket, fade away, and orbit. So similar to what the DJI stuff has got in there. It's got the Autel Sky app, so to be able to make simple movies. Very sort of basic sort of stuff, but it gives you those options if you're just into droning and not into editing and all that stuff. You can make a simple movie by the footage you do capture. It'll do it all for you. So that's pretty cool, I think, too, especially on the entry-level ones. Probably not in the Light series. It's a little bit more professional in there, but in the Nano series, that should go pretty well. Skylink, it's got the Autel Skylink, 6.2 miles for the little one, so that's heaps. That's going to be nearly close to 10K, so same as the Mini 2, so that's fantastic. And that'll the transmission's at 2.7K at 30 frames, so it's still a really good picture. So at 10Ks away, you're still getting 2.7K footage. That's pretty darn spectacular. Not that you're going to get that far, because I don't think the battery, like the Mini 2, will last. You get in the 10Ks and that's 20Ks there and back. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think in the Mini 2, the best I've done is about 2.5K out, and then I had to come back, and I just got back. So yeah, you're going to have good quality transmission. That's probably the best thing to take out of that. You'll be able to upload directly from the drone to your phone now. The old days it was pretty slow. 160 megabytes a second, they're saying, so that's pretty fast. So that's probably up to like a decent SD card speed. So I think that's not too bad. If you've got other things plugged in and you don't have space, maybe easy just to put on your phone and then upload it to your phone later. You don't have to get your drone back out. You can just put a new battery in and worry about it that way. So it might be a little bit of time saving there. So it's pretty good. Now, other good things, Sonar sound. Basically, where your controller is, it's got a microphone in the controller. Don't know how good that is. I'm not sure if you can actually put a decent microphone into it. That would be good. Those things we'll have to see once they start releasing. But you'll be able to record sound. So while you're flying, you can basically do a voiceover. So if you're looking down the canyon or going around the Eiffel Tower, you go, oh, this is the Eiffel Tower. While you're flying, look at that. Oh, look at that. If you look on the right there, you can see that. So you can sort of put spots. And then if you don't like it, I guess you can get rid of the audio track later if it's no good. But it might also, if you're like me, months behind on projects, and I've got all these projects backed up that I've got to get to, by the time I get to it, I might have forgotten something. So if I watch that back and I've got the sound, yeah, right, yeah, I know what to look at. So I think that's pretty darn cool and might be super handy. Again, I'm not sure about that audio quality into the handpiece. If it's got a decent mic, fingers crossed Autel has thought of putting a decent mic. What would be good would be to put a mic jack in so you could have a lapel going to your Rode, and then you could do that. That would be pretty darn cool. So there you go. You could also do that as well, I guess, and record it with the Rode mic too. You can auto record straight there. So, but another good option, and sort of they're thinking outside the box. So that's pretty darn cool. Three-way sensors, so forward, down, and rear sensors. No side sensors, but everything there, which allows obviously the tracking and obviously for obstacle avoidance, which is fantastic. Something the Mini 2 and the Mini do not have. You have to go up to the Air 2S, which is $2,000 Australian. This is about 1,100 bucks. So yeah, that's really what this needs. Obviously, and Autel's beat them to the punch, and they've got it, and it's here. Now the base model Nano will come in at $649 US, and the Nano Plus will be $799, so $800. So you're looking at, I'd say that the Nano Plus, which will be the better buy, I think, because you get that bigger sensor and the better quality, that's going to be around $1,100 to $1,200 maybe with a fly more combo. That's going to definitely go up against the Mini 2, but that base one will go up against the Mini, or the Mini SE, whatever they're calling it now. So fantastic. I think it's going to go, that will sell like hotcakes at Christmas. So I guess once it gets out, you need to probably get one in early, because we don't know about this tech shortage, chip wise and all that, how that's going to go. Now the lights, the Evo lights, obviously going up against the Air 2S, We've got the Evo Light Plus 1-inch CMOS sensor, big sensor, f2.8 to f11 adjustable. That's a pro level stuff, so that's pretty cool. 6K 30 frames. That's going to blow the Air 2S out on that. 20 megapixel photos. It's got a defog mode on these two models. So basically, if it's hazy and foggy, it'll digitally clear it up for you. So that's something different. It's got the world's first 4-axis gimbal on it. So you can do vertical shots. So basically, you could go and get shots and put it straight to TikTok or Instagram, whatever you want, in vertical mode for your reels, for YouTube shorts, all that stuff. You can put that straight on there. It's got that in mind. So they're thinking about their customers and putting stuff in there, I guess, for what's happening in the social media world. So I think that's pretty clever. And obviously 4-axis, it's going to be a pretty darn good gimbal, so that's cool. Now the base one, the light, will be 1.128 center, so same as the Plus Nano. So this is why I think the Nanos, they're going to be the best deal. Again, that'll be 4K HDR on that for the video. Same sort of focusing system for both. It's got phase detect and that dual pixel they said, but it's got CDAF. I'm not sure what that CD means. 50 megapixel shots. Only 3 colors on this: orange, grey and white. No red. I'm not sure. The red, I think, is a really good color. It stands right out in the sun too, so that's good. Same thing. You will get 7.4 miles increased range in that, so that's pretty cool. Again, 2.7K at 30 frames at that far distance, but 7.4 is just ridiculous anyway. You're not going to be out there traveling, so that's cool. So your sensors on that, same thing. You've got that wide, and one of the things on their front ones, they've expanded the range. They've made them a lot wider, so you don't need as many. So it's a 150-degree angle, which is just about flat for your front one. So that covers a lot of range. So even though you don't have side ones, because it's coming out 150, you're covering a lot of the stuff that's side. It's probably going to pick up when you're going sideways anyway. So I think the obstacle avoidance should be fairly decent on these. And the last one, at least, 40 minutes time for those models. So that's the same as the new Mavic 3 is going to have. That new Pro, that's the leaks were 40 minutes. So already this thing here is going to do pretty well, and it puts a lot of heat back on DJI. So pretty impressive. Due out in October. Keep an eye on your shots, because they will sell out pretty quickly, I think, and pretty darn cool. And yeah, anyway, I was going to talk about, I did get a new battery charger for my camera. I don't know if you've seen this before. I bought this the other day, and it's quite handy. It's super fast. But 15 minutes and you get a charge, because I know with my Canon LPE17 batteries take forever and a nightmare. And with a Canon charger, you need power, and I needed at Lucky Bay, I had no power, so I could use my power bank if I had this. So I don't know if you've seen them. I only noticed them the other day when I was looking on DigiDirect. But if you're looking for a different way to charge your Canon batteries, or even whatever camera battery, they've got them for all. You can do 2 at once. It's got adapters. You can do normal batteries, and it's got car batteries and all the different plugs. So good little investment, might be handy. Thought I'd just throw that in there. And that's it. Thanks again to everyone for your support, for all of your support. My apologies. And yeah, stay tuned to the channel. Not going anywhere. We will be here doing the photography, occasional product stuff. We've got stuff that coming on. We'll try and do as much as we can like that, but bits and other pieces. And yeah, enjoy it. And again, thank you for everyone that has listened in, watched in, from wherever you are. From me to you, a big thank you. And yeah, we'll be coming this way, that way. Well, I'm not going to see you tomorrow, but peace.